Hi, I'm Mark Schmitt. I'm a T12 para, 17 years post-injury. I'm here today to talk to you about life after spinal cord injury, and that's what this video is all about. We're going to do a number of fun things. We're going to go downhill mountain biking. We're actually going to do some three-wheel hand cycling in Crested Butte. We're going to do some wheelchair softball, show you what that sport's all about. We're going to do some interviews with some individuals that have been in the chair for a while, and they're going to talk about life after spinal cord, what it's meant to them, what things have worked, what hasn't worked. And then we're going to go to college and show you that you can go to college after spinal cord injury. And we're going to have some fun. You're going to see some neat things. You're going to see some wild things. You're going to see some things that are a little risky, but that's what life is all about. Also in this video, we're going to talk about the benefits of standing. Standing is a long-term commitment. You really need to do it consistently all throughout your life after a spinal cord. One of the things that I really get out of standing is good range of motion. It's the first thing that the therapist taught me when I was in rehab, and I really believe in it because you really need to keep the hips stretched, you need the knees stretched and the ankles so you don't have drop foot. And really what it does, it not only affects your overall health, but it affects your seating because you aren't slouching. It allows you to sit up straighter. It also allows you to lay down in bed flat, really keeps you limber. And I see the overall benefits with range of motion is very important. It's a long-term commitment. Other things that you work with are spasticity. Range of motion lessens spasticity, respiratory. When I stand, I breathe a lot different. I have a change of position, so I'm not always on the back side sitting down. So with standing, there's a lot of benefits. Overall health is affected. So what we're going to talk about is also, just basic standing, why you should do it, how often you should do it. You should really look at it as a long-term commitment. And now, life after spinal cord injury. Enjoy the show. Checking in is fairly routine. They're going to ask you a bunch of questions about how much assistance you need, what you need. Do you need an aisle chair? Do you need help down the aisle? Do you want an aisle seat? Do you want a window seat? My suggestion is take a few trips and you'll learn what works best for you.
Are you going to need assistance getting to your seat? They can get you.
I'll need an aisle chair. I find it easiest to go to the curbside, check in luggage almost right away, and then go directly to the gate. That's where you seem to get the best seats. Make sure you go there early enough, at least an hour and 15 minutes before the flight. Another thing you want to do is make sure that you get a gate tag on your chair. And what that will do is get your chair to the next destination. You cannot be paranoid enough to make sure that happens. You really need to get the gate tag and mention it to the flight attendant that the chair gets on the plane. One of the great experiences you get to do also with air travel is go through the security station. And you don't do it like everybody else does. You go around, you don't go through the metal detector because your wheelchair will set it off. You'll put your bags onto the conveyor belt, but what you do is go around and they will frisk you. It's not a big deal. It's a light pat down just to make sure you aren't carrying anything. They'll check if you have keys. They'll have you take those out. But it's fairly normal and it's easy to do. One thing that a lot of airports have are disability services, and it depends upon where you're at. Like in Chicago, they have actually a lounge for the disabled where you can actually hang out and kind of get away from the crowds. But here they have special parking. They show where it is and what kind of rates you can get. I think you can actually get regular parking in the short term. You go in the short term and pay regular price. So just to keep in mind that almost every airport has something for the travelers with disabilities. Make sure that you ask to pre-board. The last thing you want to do is get on after everybody else because it's really a hassle, and also all the luggage room is taken up and you have to deal with bumping into a lot of other people. My question's good with that.
Oh, I know. Hold on a minute, guys. Wait for me down here a second. This is
they'll pre-board you, which means they're going to put you on first. The good thing about that is you don't have to fight the crowd, but the bad thing about it is you get off last. Alright.
It'll make your life a lot easier and mine too.
I might not have to use the chair there.
Okay.
1A and B?
Have fun. 1A and B.
Awesome.
Okay.
I think I'll be able to jump in.
You think, huh? Okay. Guys, you know what they told me on those labs? Dumped last night. That's what they said. But regardless. Oops. Great. Boy, they had them in 22 E&F, so I did an upgrade on it.
One thing about air travel, you're always the first on and the last off, so get used to watching a lot of people walk by.
Okay, we'll see you. Take it easy.
There's a few things you should know about car rental. One is if you need hand controls, you should order them in advance. I think the law is right around 48 hours in advance. One of the tricks I do that helps me out a lot to keep the price down, if you order a compact or a subcompact, in most cases they can't put hand controls in them, and you'll end up with a mid-sized car for the price of a compact car. Great tip, it helps out a lot.
It is a compact, but I can get you like a Torres full size.
Hand controls are in.
But this one actually.
Another thing you should also make sure is that the car rental station is actually in the airport. If it's not, it's a big hassle getting over there. And what this will do is in a lot of cases they'll bring the car right to the airport for you, so you don't have to get on any bus or any tram. Just keep that in mind. Make sure that the car rental station is right in the airport. Okay. Today, unfortunately, we weren't that lucky. We ended up having to take the tram. It wasn't a big deal. It was accessible. We were there in 5 minutes.
I got it.
Awesome.
There you go.
Hand controls are already in. Push down for brake. And forward for gas. Since I got an AB along, he's gonna put my chair in. Well, we're here in Boulder, got through with the rental car and everything, and I'm gonna introduce you to Topher, my quad buddy, who's actually going with.
Yep, I'm the person that's going to show Mark a good time here in Colorado. Teach him how to do a little downhill mountain biking.
I already did it.
Yeah, he still needs to be taught.
I was the only one that turned over and hit a tree at the
That's right,
last
you rolled
year.
it.
But we're gonna head out. We're gonna get in the car and head up to Crested Butte. About a 6 to 8 hour drive.
Hello, I'm Topher Downham. I'm a friend of Mark's. We're going up to Crested Butte to do a little downhill mountain bike wheelchairing. I'm a C6-7 quadriplegic, so they're probably gonna have to do a little modifications to get me down the mountain, like duct taping my hands to the handlebar so I don't lose grip. Anyway, I'm gonna hop in right now and get ready to go. Here we are in Buena Vista, Colorado, over at Pizza Works. The best pizza in the Colorado area, maybe in the world.
Yes. The best thing about travel is you get to meet just a whole bunch of different people. Check out the accent on this pizza guy.
Gentlemen, you're all set.
Here comes one of the
Look
co-owners.
at that thing, not my ugly mug. Right on. I did get some jalapenos on them.
All right.
Woohoo.
Best pizza. We're gonna try and find some directions on how to get. Can you show us how to get a shortcut to Crested Butte?
Crested Butte shortcut is right over this road right here. This is Cottonwood Pass Road.
Okay.
Yep, goes right over into a little town of Almont, about 10 miles north.
In Crested Butte, we're staying at a person that works at the adaptive equipment place up on Crested Butte Adaptive Equipment Sports. Just called out of bed about 5 minutes ago, and we got to get up there by 8 o'clock so we can get our instructions where we're going to go, who's going to go downhill first, who's going to do the bike first. Topher looks worse than I do.
Looks like it's going to be a fun day. It's nice and sunny out instead of rain, so we should have a good time.
But anyways, for those of you, it's your first time, welcome. For those of you who have been here before, thanks for coming back. It's pretty much the same format as last year. We're going to break everybody into two different groups. Right up there, Group A and Group B. Group A is going to go hand cycling first. We're all going to get out in the van and drive down to town and hand cycle down there. Group B is going to do the downhill mountain bike thing. Now that we got them all going, hopefully. And we're going to switch at 12 o'clock. So we'll have lunch up here, and then at 1, we'll switch it up, and whoever went downhill mountain biking will go hand cycling and vice versa. So some of the people to introduce, Christy Grouting. She came out here from Northern California with some of the downhill mountain bikes. She came out here with Bob Vogel. Who is outside. Bob will help out with the hand cycling portion. We have Sherry Ramsey over here. Experience, she's like top hand cyclist in the country. One of the top.
Second.
Second.
I try harder though.
She just did Ride Across the Rockies with Bob Vogel, so she's pretty fit. Have a wealth of knowledge, I think, to give us. Everybody's important here, but we're trying to get through quick. Steve is going to be the main man for downhill mountain biking as far as trail selection and all that. So Steve's going to work with Christy and Matt, who is one of the main men as far as downhill mountain biking. Second, only to John Davis. Sorry. And so the lift opened at 9, so sorry we got started a little late, but I just want to introduce a few people.
One of the most exciting things about joining in on different sports programs is you get to meet people from all over the United States. The camaraderie, the food, the stories. So you get to meet a lot of different people and have a lot of fun.
What's that? That one right there, somebody underwears in it should have preferably ridden before.
One of the things about these sports is you use a lot of different equipment, and it gets a little bit tricky getting into them. However, there's a lot of volunteers who are there to help you, and you can watch what the other people are doing, the veterans that have gone through the program, and it becomes second nature within a day. Using the ski lift is a little bit odd in the summer. However, it's the only way up to the top of the mountain. Going up the lift, first time. It's gonna be awesome. Blue skies, about 60 degrees, 65. Unbelievable.
Paradise.
One of the things about these sports is that they all carry an element of risk, and you need to listen to the people who have gone through it before and listen to what they have to say about safety.
Just gotta get to know, get a little bit more familiar with it. As you progress, the next run we'll pick it up a little bit more. You guys let me know if you want to go a little faster. I mean, we can do that within reason. But I don't know the terrain very well. Steve's going to be the trail guy, so I think there's going to be a little single track.
Yep.
Little
but
single
you got
track.
Mark and Topher, you've done that little single track. We're gonna dive off into there. They might have even improved it a little bit, I don't know.
Downhill mountain biking was a blast. Now we're going to try hand cycling. You see all the different hand cycles in the magazines, but I would suggest trying out all of them, and this is the perfect venue for that. This program lets you try out 3 or 4 different brands.
Hi, I'm Sherry Ramsey, and I live in Littleton, Colorado, and I've been hand cycling for about 3-4 years now. 2 years competitively in racing, and it's fun and it's great exercise, and you can get out there with all your friends with regular bikes and go for it, have a good time. I did the Ride the Rockies about a month ago and spent 7 days climbing hills and going down hills, and it was a blast. You should try it.
These 3-wheelers are amazing. You get to go so close to the ground and you're moving at a nice speed. You get to hear the gravel underneath the tires, and you're really rolling along with nature.
Essentially what we want to do is, whoever's in the lead, when you see a bump or something, or we're crossing, you see a car, or you don't see a car, point it out, chuck hole here, bump there, whatever. It's clear, or stop, wait, there's a car coming. Also, when you're in the lead, let everybody know that you're going to do something. Hey, I'm going to stop, whatever, so they don't run into you. And you can get as close behind somebody as you want, but it's good to give them a couple feet until you feel comfortable with riding. And let's go ride.
And sometimes you just kind of false good bicep workout. Good bicep. Hey, beautiful, huh? Beautiful scenery.
Sometimes you run into things that are just utterly ridiculous.
Here we go.
Tired. Long. I think the altitude is getting to me. But it felt good. Got back, get in the chair, get a shower, a shave, go have dinner.
We just got done with a long day of biking, mountain biking, hand cycling, and now we're gonna go grab some grub over at Danita's, a nice Mexican place here in town. Hang out with all the other wheelchair-bound dudes, dudettes. So let's manja, let's eat.
Even waiting for tables can be fun. Sitting around outside a restaurant, just hanging out, talking about the adventures going down the mountains, along the trails with the 3-wheel bikes. What a great day. Sometimes you just have to go around the obstacles in life. Man, after a long day of mountain biking, this food is going to be great. After dinner, we decided to hang out with some locals and play some shuffleboard. Second day of downhill mountain biking. Great day yesterday, and the sun is unbelievable. It's about 70 degrees here, and just great. Had a great time last night, hung out, went Mexican food, and went to a local bar and got the flavor there. But we're going to try and do about 3 to 4 runs this morning and head back to Minnesota. This is our friend Christy showing that she has no fear going down the stairs.
Yeah, baby.
Tofa!
One of the more exciting aspects of downhill mountain biking is going on the single track trails, which are basically trails dug in by able-bodied bikers. What it is basically going down a mountain really fast and trying to straddle the sides with a four-wheeler. It's a rush that you will never experience anywhere else. This next trail is a little bit tougher, and we're going to need some help from our volunteers to get there. Thanks, guys. This ended up being our fastest ride. What a rush. Down the hill, 25 miles an hour.
The Adaptive Sports Center is located in Crested Butte, Colorado, and our program pretty much does skiing, snowboarding, downhill mountain biking, all sorts of cycling, hand cycling, whitewater rafting, you name it. And we're located out in Crested Butte, Colorado, but there's a lot of programs throughout the country for people to get involved in.
It was awesome trail.
Hey, did you guys have fun?
I felt bad I had to stomp on it.
That's my...
Hi, I'm Chris Paul. I'm a post-injury, 4 years. I'm a C7 T1 quadriplegic, and we're about to show you a product that's just unbelievable. You stand, and you don't only stand, you exercise your arms, and while you do that, you get a good stretch in your legs. This Easy Stand glider helps keep me in shape, because you never know what kind of medical breakthroughs are right around the corner. Join me later at the end of this video to learn more about the Easy Stand glider.
We're at the 23rd Annual National Wheelchair Softball Tournament. If you look at the scoreboard, we've got teams from Nebraska, from St. Louis, Toledo, about 3 or 4 teams from Minnesota, a couple teams from Colorado. We've got Chicago, a couple teams from Chicago, Wisconsin. So it's a pretty big lineup, and it's going to be a fun time. So expect a long weekend of good softball and good competition.
Say jump, I would just jump. Get a lead.
There we go. Hi, I'm Wally Kiffmeyer. I'm the umpire-in-chief for this wheelchair. It's the 23rd annual wheelchair tournament, and it's a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, come on out and take a look. It's been growing every year since I've been connected with it. I've been to the Nationals 7 years in a row, and it's about 10 years that I've been working with this program. If you think you know how to play ball, sit in a chair sometime and try it. See if you really know. Fun parts of this game is the ball is hit out to left field, and the batter is thrown out at first base. Where do you see that in normal play? It's the same game as what they play on the outside. The only difference, or free ball, is the only difference that we have is that we play in the wheelchairs. And there are certain situations that it makes it more fun, more interesting. The double play ball at second base is fantastic to watch. You hear the noise going on in the background? Somebody just got a good hit, they made a good run, and now they're ready to go on with the game.
Let's hear from some of the players, how they got here, what they're up to, what their life is all about.
Well, my name's Tom Wheaton, originally from Minnesota here, but I lived, the last 3 years live in Colorado. Been hurt almost 11 years. Actually, today was exactly 11 years ago that I got hurt down in Australia. And I got to tell you, I was paralyzed from the neck down for the first few months. And after trying to figure out how I can get on with my life and learning physical rehabilitation and learning that I would be in a wheelchair, I started getting involved with some wheelchair sports and an organization called the Paralyzed Veterans of America. One of the sports that I started up about a year after recuperating was a sport called sled hockey. And then right after that, I also played wheelchair softball. And I got to tell you, I've had a lot of fun there because I got a chance to meet people who are having fun with life and learning more about how to live life than really how to swing a bat or to play hockey. You learn about the different ways you have to go to the bathroom, about how you transfer into cars or beds, or different ways to set up your wheelchair so it's easier to push. The sexuality issues, just a number of things that have really helped me out. So that's why I really cherish playing the wheelchair sports, because I get a chance to rap with all the guys and gals and learn about what it takes to continually adjust, being disabled like I am. But I got to tell you, it's been a fun ride, and now I'm one of the coordinators. So now I'm kind of one of the people that are kind of letting people know after 11 years of experience about some of the things that are happening that works and some that don't, and it's just been a real good thrill. So the wheelchair softball and sled hockey and a number of other activities, that's what I've done, and it's worked real well for me. So I hope you guys will get encouraged to try wheelchair sports, because the first year or two of being disabled, I really had a tough time being with others in chairs. I kind of had the feeling that everybody maybe had pity on themselves or whatever, and I certainly kind of came around and decided to play with these guys, and I couldn't have been further from the truth, because I'm having so much fun. Just continuing learning and the camaraderie, and getting to realize that people alongside myself are really living life to the fullest potential.
My name is Dan Heike. I was injured in 1989 in an automobile accident. I'm a T9 complete paraplegic. Went to the North Memorial Medical Center for my initial surgeries and rehabilitation. From there, the fall of '90, I started school at the University of Minnesota. Spent 5 or 6 years there, studying a math degree and working part-time as a tutor. And during that time, I had met some people and started getting involved in wheelchair sports. First sport I got involved with was softball, which we're playing out here today. And from that, the fall came and basketball season came around, and I've played that now for 7 or 8 years. I'll be 10 years post-injury this September 9th. Also shoot trap, do a lot of hunting and fishing, use a Polaris four-wheeler to get out in the woods, and have adapted it with the back and stuff for getting just about any place that you can. I mean, those four-wheels go any place. And I mean, you can do anything that you want basically after injury. I do everything that I did before, only in a different way. And I don't know, just gotta keep your head up. You can't change what's happened in the past, and go forward.
Hi, I'm Keith Hanrahan, alias 7-Number Hammer, they call me, but I'm about an 18-year veteran in the wheelchair since 1981 in a diving accident, and I went over through Sister Kenny's sports program and had the opportunity to go to Hawaii for the 28th National Wheelchair Games. Sports has been quite a rehabilitation for us. I would highly recommend anybody with new spinal cord injuries, being a 6'7" quadriplegic, got involved with quite a few archery and table tennis and swimming, and it led more down the road to quad rugby, wheelchair softball, and all in all, sports has been great. Get to meet a lot of people, travel, it keeps the mind and the body active, less depression and that for spinal cord injuries or paraplegics. Along with the accommodations that organizations put up for you, and it's been wonderful to be involved with Courage Center Sports and Sister Kenny and travel the world and see and meet a lot of other people. But again, I'd highly recommend anybody with new spinal cord injuries to get involved in local chapters or VFWs and see what you can do.
My name is Todd Kimmery. I'm a C5, C6 level quadriplegic. I was injured back in 1982 in California in a water accident. It wasn't until I got to Minnesota that I got to the privilege to be invited to start softball. And with wheelchair softball, they need quadriplegics. So, and I had enough function to go ahead and be part of the program, and so that's what got me started. And then from there, I met other quads that played quad rugby. And that's the main sport that I'm involved with right now. Summertime I do softball. In the fall and winter months I do quad rugby. And that's just for quadriplegics, and everybody gets to play on that. And that's a lot of fun. So for the past 5 years I've been involved with competitive sports with the quad rugby and then with softball.
I'd really like to encourage people that are recently injured, spinal cord injuries, amputees that are recently injured, to get out and participate in disabled sports. It's absolutely amazing how a player's ability will increase, how their chair movement will get better, how hanging around with other disabled people, what a good effect that has on them in their life, because they're with people that have same problems they do and face the same challenges in life. And with success comes higher esteem, and that's what we see. Those are some of the benefits of getting out and playing wheelchair softball. We have a website up. It's www.wheelchairsoftball, one word, .com. www.wheelchairsoftball.com. Visit the website. On that website is a list of the team reps of the teams around the country that are presently organized. And shortly we'll be having instructions on how you start your own team, and there'll be phone numbers, etc. on there for how to get a hold of us.
Who are we?
Healthcare professionals have been prescribing and using the Easy Stand for several reasons. Standing aids in preventing atrophy of the leg muscles, as well as improving your range of motion. Standing helps lessen spasms and contractions. Standing is also vital in maintaining bone integrity and helps reduce swelling of the lower extremities. Standing assists in helping kidney and bladder function, which can reduce infection, as well as improving bowel function and regularity. Standing strengthens the cardiovascular system and builds endurance. It also improves circulation and helps to prevent decubiti by changing positions.
In the patients that I've seen who have not been on a standing program, they are at a higher risk of developing fractures from very simple falls from their wheelchair. You can develop further kidney problems, including renal stones, which can lead to kidney failure.
With the patients here, we get them standing as soon as possible, and they continue to stand throughout their rehab program. And then when we do send them home, we recommend that they stand at least every day, and it helps to maintain the bone density and prevent osteoporosis in the future.
When you're confined, to a lift chair or a wheelchair or whatever, you're not independent. But the minute I got in my Easy Stand, I felt very independent.
Standing has made me feel more confident about myself. Not that I just have to be in my chair, but that I can do other things, stand up right along with everyone else.
No matter what type of standing frame you use, the evidence all points to one fact. Standing is critical to your health. Before beginning any standing program, you need to consult a qualified physician or therapist.
Hi, we're here at Southwest State University in Marshall, Minnesota. This is my old alma mater. I went to school here from 84 to 88, got a degree in marketing, and we're going to visit with our basketball coach, Dale Erickson. He's the wheelchair basketball coach. He's a C6-7 quadriplegic, and actually him and I played on the team back in 1988, 87, 88, and we're going to talk a little bit about going to school after spinal cord and talk to some quadriplegics, maybe a couple paras, and let's see what school's all about. Hey, Dale.
Nice. Could I have you come back here and check out the college?
Thank you. Are you going to show us around?
I'd love to.
Great.
All right, let's go.
Everything here at Southwest State University is wheelchair accessible. Every room. The weight room here is set up for wheelchair users and also gives them helpers down here if you need anybody to help you do any of your lifting here. We're heading down to the gym area now, and down in the gym area you'll find a trophy case that's set up for the Rolling Mustangs, and it has more of our hardware in it that we've garnered over the course of 30 years of competitive sports here at Southwest State. Visiting Southwest State here, we're going through the Student Center, and once again, accessibility is no problem because you're going to find ramps all over. Now let me take you over to financial aid, which is where every college student should know where the building is. And we look outside, and if it would be a snowy day and we don't want to go outside, get over there by going down the hallway here. Now we're over to the next building.
Hi, we were just walking down the hall and I happened to notice the standing frame that I used to use back in college. I used it for 4 years. Stood a few times a week, and it uses a strap method, which you can see right there, and you just pump it up. Rather archaic compared to what's available now, but it was the modern thing back in the mid-'80s. Minnesota is very fortunate to have Southwest State, such an accessible school that really thinks about the disabled and really gets them integrated into the programs. But I would suggest looking around in your area. There's a number of different schools around the country that are very much like Southwest State.
I feel very stretched, worked. My right in here, boy, it really works some muscles right above the shoulder blades.
The benefits of standing have long been recognized by health professionals throughout the world. And since 1989, Ultimate Medical's Easy Stand has consistently led the field of creative standing products for the disabled. Some of the more apparent benefits of standing include improved range of motion, prevention of pressure sores, improved upper respiratory function, and more natural alignment of internal organs, resulting in improved bladder and bowel functions. With all of those reasons to stand, why aren't more people standing? Well, many people do stand on a regular basis. Others find passive standing, well, just plain boring. Until now. At Ultimate Medical, we put the fun back into standing. Introducing the Easy Stand 6000 Glider. It's a therapeutic standing system that combines safe, dynamic leg motion along with an upper body workout. It's easy to use, and many people can transfer independently. Look like fun? You're right, it's an exhilarating feeling. But while you're enjoying yourself, you'll also be receiving several health benefits, including maintaining or losing weight through aerobic exercise, enhancing your range of motion of hips, arms, and legs, strengthening of the cardiovascular system while building endurance, and using and strengthening upper body muscles that are not normally used in propelling a manual wheelchair. So what are we waiting for? Let's try it out. First, a simple transfer into the unit. Now secure the calf straps. Position the side support. Now pump yourself up to the standing position using short, easy strokes. You can stop and rest at any time. Adjust the glide handles and the front pad. Now you're ready to glide. The ergonomically designed glide handles are linked, allowing one leg to move forward while the other moves back. The special design of the handle grips provides therapy for several different muscle groups. The geometric design of the leg support system helps prevent vertical shearing while legs are in motion. The resistance cylinders provide you with 10 different settings, ranging from a mild to a vigorous workout. And they may be adjusted independently or totally unhooked for a resistance-free workout. And for individuals who may be unable to move the glide handles on their own, a caregiver can easily maneuver the glide handles to create the leg motion. Optional hip guides are available for additional support. The digital monitor keeps track of your progress in calories burned, distance, time, and speed. The seat is adjustable in height and depth. The knee pads are adjustable in height. The specially designed transport wheels assist in moving the glider. The Easy Stand 6000 glider is more than just a stander. It's leg motion, it's exercise, it's therapy, it's fun. The glider is your first step on a journey to better health and wellness. Before starting any standing program, be sure to consult your therapist or physician. For a demonstration of an Easy Stand glider, call your durable medical equipment dealer or AMI customer service at 1-800-342-8968 for a name of a dealer near you. Don't just stand there, glide.
It's a great workout. Your legs move. What else would you want?
Hi, I'm Nancy Perlick. I'm with Ultimate Medical. My background's in occupational therapy as well as assistive technology supplying. Just wanted to let you know that there's some very important issues when you're applying for your standing funding. If at all possible, please consider applying for the funding at the same time you're applying for your wheelchair funding. It'll help you probably get the process through in a quick, timely fashion. If you have already applied for your wheelchair funding and you would like to go ahead now and apply for a stander also, that still is a possibility, and your therapist should be able to help you work out the documentation. But if you have any questions, you can always call us at Ultimate Medical. We'll be happy to provide you with this funding guide, and it walks you through the process of assistive technology funding.